Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. How are you tonight? I am super excited to be here tonight for our government contract success. This is Money Mondays. So, tonight we are going to talk about how to network and win government contracts. Are you ready tonight? How's everyone doing tonight? I am putting in the chats how you can access the links. All of the helper links that I'll be using tonight are going to be on my link tree. So I want all of you, I'm going to pin the comment on my Instagram. See if I can get it to copy here. So everything I'll be using tonight will be on my link tree so you can easily access it. So I'm about to get started. So first of all, the number one question that I get asked often is, well, how do I get the government contract? You're registered for sam.gov. You're registered, hopefully, for right your state and local procurement sites. But now you need to know what to do. Now, I can tell you, of course, you see the request for proposals, you see the solicitations, you see the opportunities out there, but how do you actually network to get in the door? So, I am going to use Maryland as an example tonight, right? I'm about to give you some tea. I'm about to show you how you can connect directly with these procurement officials and actually get your name out there. You can introduce yourselves, you can tell them what you can do, and essentially create your own contract. So, are you ready? Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. I can see you if you type in the chat. So, please feel free to ask me questions as I go along. I'm going to present my screen. Let's see. Share screen. All right. First things first is Maryland, right? I'm in Maryland. Of course, you know I love DC. DC has a lot of local opportunities, so I want you to get into DC. But Maryland has this wonderful Maryland government contracting guide. It is located on my link tree, so you can easily access it, and it's kind of deep in there, right? So in this Maryland contracting guide, it has your POC, it lists out, and I want you guys to see this, right? Trust but verify. It has all of the federal installations and agencies in their POC, so you can contact them. But it also, at the beginning, it tells you how to identify your business, how to identify your product or service, how to register your business, and how to prepare a capability statement. It is not difficult. You do that capability statement because that is like your resume, that is your entryway, that is what you're going to be sending these procurement officials. So, starting on page 8 of this guide are the federal installations located in Maryland. So, basically, what you would do, you can go directly to the federal agencies. So you can go to Aberdeen Proving Ground, Army Research Laboratory, USDA, Beltsville Agricultural Research Center, the Commercial and Government Entity Code. Well, that's the CAGE code. So they're just giving you the acronym, but you can actually just click on the links, right, to go directly to the agencies from there, or you can scroll on down. Let's scroll on. You see the introduction, like it's telling you all about Maryland contracting, but honestly, this is applicable to everyone. So if you're interested, of course, you can look at this guide, but specifically if you're interested in getting contracts in Maryland or any of the Maryland government agencies, you need to access this guide, and it is on my Linktree link. I put the link so you can get right to this guide, save it, and keep it as a reference. Again, it's showing you how to identify your business, giving you all the tea, all the information as far as how to get sole source opportunities. Remember, sole source means that you don't have any competition. So when you introduce yourselves, if you have maybe a service or a product that you want to introduce to the government, you can get a sole source opportunity as an 8A program, a hub zone, a service disabled veteran owned small business, a woman owned small business, an economically disadvantaged woman owned small business. You can get those certifications and get the sole source opportunities. Why not? Right? Go after it, get the certifications. Yes, it is paperwork, but they give you the step-by-step guide, and centers like the Apex Center, which is formerly the PTAC, they actually help you, or you can just follow the instructions step by step on how to get those certifications so you can get that sole source contract, meaning the contract specifically written for you with no competition. The NAICS codes, of course, as you look at the different contract opportunities, you can look and see what's applicable to you, right? Based off of your business, your industry. You can research your peers, look for their capability statements, and get your capability statement together, get your codes together, get your package together so you're ready when you're soliciting for these contracts. You can see the definitions for the social economic designations. So small disadvantaged business concerns. They tell you, all the details like what you need in order to for those certifications. They introduce you to how you can identify your product or service. Again, for the federal government, they have the federal supply code. It tells you how to find that. You just click the link, go right to it. And the North American Industry Classification System, the NAICS codes, it gives you the link so you can get right to it. These are the top five um, list of the top 5 NAICS codes based or awarded in Maryland. So we got 541512, which is the Computer Systems Design Services. We have 541330, which is Engineering Services. We have 541519, which is Other Computer Related Services. We have 336611, which is Ship Building and Repairing. And we have 541712, which is Research and Development. So again, if you're looking for the hot industries, right? What is Maryland giving money to? Look right in this guide, which was written by Maryland. It talks about the DUNS code. And again, so in SAM.gov, it says, well, you don't need the DUNS code anymore, but you do want to get your DUNS code because occasionally you will be asked for it. It's a great way to make your business searchable. It's also a great way to build your business credit because I'm going to tell you, as you're getting these multi-million-dollar contracts, you want to be able to obtain that credit because sometimes the government doesn't pay in a timely fashion, right? Sometimes you may have to get a reimbursable contract where you have to provide the receipts, right? So you got to pay your people, pay for the services, pay for the supplies, and then the government reimburses you. So you might get that $100,000 contract, but can you acquire $100,000 right now, right, in your bank account as a small business loan right now, today, to be able to pay your people, to pay for those supplies? If not, you want to start building up your business credit. And let's be clear, it's not just business credit. You also need to build up that personal credit because all of it matters. So I want you to be solid, right, all around as a business. Of course, you also want to have your federal tax identification number, the TIN, or your EIN, your product service codes, your federal supply classification. And again, you see how it says it's optional but useful, right? So you also want to register. So this is a small piece that some businesses forget. You want to register in the SBA as a dynamic small business search database, or I'm sorry, you want to register in the dynamic small business search database. That's another way for your customers to find you. So if you haven't already registered, make sure you register in the SBA's dynamic small business search database. The CAGE code is given to you, and that's something that you highlight, put on your capability statement. And the CAGE code is given to you in sam.gov. So you want to register no matter what level you're doing government contracting, whether it's at the local, the state, the county, or the federal, you want to register in sam.gov, sam.gov, to get your CAGE number and your unique identifier. And you always want to make sure that your sam.gov registration is active. So if you haven't been in there in like a year or two, go on in there, make sure your registration is active, because again, that's how you are seen. That's how you show up on the scene. And if you're going after federal contracts, you want to be active, so that you can be ready, right, to strike when you get that first contract. So how do you prepare the capability statement, right? Your capability statement, that's your introduction. That is what you're going to be sending these POCs that I'm about to show you. And here's the list, right? So the Maryland Contracting Guide provides the list. And again, I've dropped my Linktree link, and it's right there in my Linktree, so you can access it and download it. Your capability statement should include your company name and address, your company point of contact, your company background information. So what does your firm do? How does your firm do it? Right? Your experience in the field. So whether it's your resume, because you may have personal work experience, like as a certified ethical hacker or as a program manager or IT specialist, or as a business. Maybe you've done business to business or other government contracts, or maybe you subbed on contracts. So, what is your experience specifically in the field? Maybe you're a graphics designer, or again, maybe you do makeup or design, right? Because the first lady, she needs her outfit, so that's a government contract to style the first lady. That's a government contract to put be the makeup artist, right, for the first lady. So as she's getting ready for all these inauguration balls and events, that could be a government contract for you. Maybe catering, right? We're having a lot of events within the government, holiday events, social events. You could cater for the government, right? And that could be a contract. So if you have experience in catering, or maybe you're a photographer, the government needs photographers to take pictures at the events and ceremonies. So and also for our official photos. So that is government contracts. Maybe you're an IT firm. Maybe you specialize in ethical hacking or cybersecurity. That would be a government contract. And again, you can quantify your past experience, whether it's your work experience or your business experience. You want to highlight that. And in certain instances, you will have to provide your resume, right? Especially when you're applying for these small business certifications. You want to list like your facility, so your business address, or if you have a warehouse, or if you have a brick and mortar location, you would list that out on your capability statement. You also want to list your client list, right? Put the logos. Maybe you service Google or another small business, a church, whatever it is, you want to make sure you highlight on your capability statement. Specifically, if you service federal agencies, you want to highlight and specialize and point that out. And I do have a sample capability statement template on my website, www.graysconsultinggroup.com, and I'll put that link in the chat as well. And also, again, they're telling you, they're giving you the blueprint in this Maryland contracting guide. So go ahead, go to my Linktree and download the guide, and you'll have step by step specifically what they're looking for in the capability statement. And again, that's your way of marketing your business. You want to list out your products and services offered, your NAICS codes, your list of past and current clients, a detailed description of the development process for the project, description of your firm's competitive edge. So why would someone come to you over the other person? So why would you go to Target over Walmart? Right? Think about that as you're thinking of your competitors. Maybe you're more personalized. Maybe you have 20 years experience in the game, so you know more than your 10-year-old competitor over there. Maybe you provide like that seamless customer service. Maybe you're quick, right? 24/7 response. So what makes you stand out above your competitors? You want to list out any current projects that you have. So if you're working on something right now, you definitely would list that out. And then the personal capabilities and experience, you want to highlight yourself, management and professional staff capabilities, experience, any type of certifications, maybe your PMP, maybe your Security Plus, Network Plus, ITIL, whatever it is that you have, you want to highlight on this capability statement. Also, you can include your resume in certain circumstances. That's not always necessary. So make sure you look at the description, but your resume sometimes can enhance, especially if you're a consultant or a coach, or they want something specific in the background. Also, any special qualifications, any experience, any awards, like I won a presidential award. Why wouldn't I put that? So any awards, anything that makes you stand out from your competitors is what you want to put on your capability statement, which is your brand, right? For your business and also for yourself to help you get in the door. Now, let's get into the contacts. So specifically, and I'm sharing the Maryland contract guide. And again, you can find this contract guide in the chat. So let me make sure, let me check my chats, see if anybody has any questions. And I pinned the chat on Instagram, and also I'm going to share it again in the chat so you can have it. And if you want a copy of the capabilities statement template, you can go to graysconsultinggroup.com. So make sure you visit me, purchase that template so you could be squared away right away to build your personal brand. So going back to the Maryland contract guide. So first up is the Department of Defense. Now the Department of Defense has a lot of entities underneath. So you see you have the overall U.S. Department of Defense Office of Small Business Programs, and then you have the Air Force, the Army, the Marine Corps. So on this specific, in this specific guide, you have the Air Force Small Business Research, Small Business Technology Transfer Program. You can contact them directly. You see they have the contact email. The Army, the Office of Small Business Programs, Kimberly D. Bueller, she's the director. You can send her an email or call her. The reason why this is important is because, again, SAM.gov gives you the request for proposals. SAM.gov gives you sources sought and pre-solicitation, which I've gone over previously. So please watch the previous videos if you have questions about that. But if you really want to know how to get in the door, you must make a connection. Listen to me. Make the connection. Contact these people. You don't have to just live in Maryland, right, to contact these entities, because these are federal entities. So you can contact, you can email, you can call. The list is right here, right in front of you. The Maryland Contracting Guide. You have the Air Force Small Business, the Army Office of Small Business, Kimberly Bueller, the director. You have her contact information. You have the Army Small Business Innovation Research Program and Technology Transfer Program. You have their address. You have their information. You have the Marine Corps Office of Small Business Programs, Austin Johnson. You have, he's the Deputy of Small Business Programs. You have his phone number, email. Email them, ask them for a meeting, send them your capability statement, and ask to meet with them. So you can pitch yourself, you can pitch what you do, and you can get that sole source contract. You may not find that contract in SAM.gov. So I want you all to hear me tonight. Make sure you make the connection, network, put this as part of your strategic plan to get in the door to contact these procurement officials, which are neatly listed right here in the Maryland Procurement Guide. You have the Navy Office of Small Business Programs, Emily Harmon. She's the director. She has her email right there for you. The Navy Small Business Innovation Research, Robert Smith, the director. So when you say, well, who do I contact? How do I get? This is how you get in contact with them. Call them up, send them an email, let them know that you're here, that you're a business, that you're registered in SAM.gov. You got your cage number, you got your UEI. Send them your capability statement. Let them know that you exist. They want to help you. They need your support, right? They're acting as liaisons. Their information is right here. You got Aberdeen Proving Ground, APG. You have their email and their phone number right here in this guide. They also have the support commands. So sometimes all the time in the military, you have the main command and then you have the support commands. So you have like U.S. Army Material Command, the Communications and Electronics Command, maybe you're into Chemical Biological Center, the Army Test and Evaluation Command. If you're into training and development, the contact information is right here. You also have Army Research Laboratory. They have the contact information, the phone number. You can call them up today, right? Put that on your to-do list for tomorrow to call them up, make that connection, send your capability statement. That's all you have to do and say, can I meet with you for 30 minutes to talk about my business and to let you know how I can support your organization. That's all you have to do. Is really that simple. We have Fort Detrick, the Navy Medical Logistics Command. So if you're into like medical supply programs, then you can go directly to their website. So they have the Office of Small Business Programs. It'll tell you like the different contract opportunities, different services that they might be looking for. The contacts are right here. U.S. Army Medical Command, you got Jerome Maltzby. He's the assistant director. You have his phone number. You have his email. You can email him today, right now, as we're sitting here on this live. You have Fort Meade. So Fort Meade is my home, right? That's where I grew up in the Air Force for many, many years. They have opportunities. You might have security opportunities for catering if you want to work in the chow hall or the dining facilities, as the Air Force calls it. You may have opportunities for training. If you're into transition assistance programs, you may have opportunities at the Family Support Center. Call for a meetup. Send them your capability statement. Let them know what you can do. You have the POC, you have the phone number. They also provide the email address for the POCs. The Defense Adjudication Activity, you got Ms. Barbara Campbell. She's the facilities manager. You have her email. For DISA, if you know about the Defense Information Systems Agency, you have the POC, the phone number, the email. You can contact them right now as we're sitting on this live. Send them your capability statements. Send them an email. Call them, leave a message. They're probably at home right now at 7:00 p.m., but you can call them bright and early. You also have the link right there to click to see what opportunities they may have, just in case you want to research them. And they have the link to their small business office. They want to talk to you. Also, one thing you can do is sign up for their distro list, right? If they have small business meet and greets, they may have info sessions on how to do business with them. They also sometimes will allow you to do a tour. You can call them and you can ask them all of this. They are open to it. So I want all of you to get away from just going into SAM.gov, getting frustrated, trying to fill out an RFP, getting overwhelmed when you can just talk to the small business representatives, tell them what you do, send them your capability statement, and get that sole source contract today. You have the National Security Agency, and I want to highlight the National Security Agency. So listen to me. I could tell if you're following me and if you're listening to me. The National Security Agency contracts are not going to be in SAM.gov. You're going to have to go to the National Security Agency procurement site, and they have a system called Acquisition Resource Center. You need to register for the ARC, aka the Acquisition Resource Center. You need to register for their information session for NSA if you want to do business with the National Security Agency. They have a link for the business opportunities at the National Security Agency. And again, you must register for the ARC if you're trying to do business with the National Security Agency. Now, if you click on the link, let me make sure I'm sharing so you can see. The link takes you right to the ARC. So you don't even have to think about it. It takes you right there so you can register. It says contact us. Go ahead and contact them. Contact them. Let them know that you want to do business with the National Security Agency. They have a database. The ARC website is not accessible from government computers. Don't be looking for government contracts on your government computers if you're a government worker. Make sure you're using your personal website. Again, they have the website. They have all the information for you to register, for you to visit the ARC. If you're already registered, you can review the status of your application, but it's right here. They have information on if you want to do business with NSA. NSA educates small and large businesses on how to do business with the agency. They want you to contact them. They also have the contacts right here. Just click the link, contacts. Oh, you want to contact somebody from NSA? The Acquisition Resource Center, you can call them right here. The Electronic Commerce Office, call them up. The Small Business Programs, call them up. The Provisional Industry Security Approval, if you're worried about how to get sponsored for your security clearance, call them up. All the information right here on the site. And that's the National Security Agency / Central Security Service, how to do business with NSA. You want to see the different programs and opportunities? Let's see. So if you want to do business with the NSA, they do electronic invoicing. Invoicing. They assist developers in building technologies that can work in our technical ecosystem. NSA has developed a gray box, a tool used to test, integrate, and demonstrate that software can work with NSA's architecture. So if you have something maybe that you want to test, it's telling you right here that you can do it. Cybersecurity, right? So if you're into cybersecurity, NSA has a cybersecurity collaboration center that harnesses the power of industry partnerships. You see that word, partnerships, to prevent, eradicate foreign cyber threats to the national security systems, the Department of Defense, and the Defense Industrial Base. They have federal cybersecurity requirements. It offers federal cybersecurity requirements and what DoD contractors need to know about the protection of controlled unclassified information, and also cybersecurity resources. So various cybersecurity advisories, information sheets, and technical guidance. And again, like everything you need to know. Like if you're interested, like, well, how do you get sponsored for your clearance? Provisional Industrial Security Approval Sponsorship Program. So you can ask that question. They will answer you. You don't have to be out there on your own trying to figure it out. They have technology security and export control. They provide support to policy, guidance, and issuance with respect to exportation of NSA technology. Unsolicited proposals. Unsolicited proposals. This is what I'm talking about as far as reaching out, contacting the different agencies. All of the agencies accept unsolicited proposals as well as meetings, right? To meet with the procurement officials. So NSA is interested in receiving unique and innovative ideas that satisfy our technology challenges. They are telling you what they want. Learn more, click on it. NSA is interested in receiving unique and innovative ideas or approaches for use in satisfying our technology challenges. NSA will accept and evaluate unsolicited proposals submitted in accordance with the guidance for the preparation and submission of unsolicited proposals. So you need to click that link so you can understand the guidance. Don't just be sending them any old thing, right? Follow the guidance that they tell you. Unsolicited proposals are to be mailed to the following address. So you need to mail. You see that? Mail your unsolicited proposals to the National Security Agency. So let's look at the guidance. They have 13-page guidance. So guidance for the preparation and submission. They tell you step by step what you need to do in order to do a proposal for the National Security Agency. All of it's right here. You do not have to pay thousands of dollars, right, to figure this out. You can just open up the guidance, look to see how you're supposed to submit, and submit the proposal to the National Security Agency. And it tells you like what contents they want. It goes over the transmittal letter, like how they want. So this is important. No matter what you do, what type of request for proposal, you need to make sure that you follow step by step. Do not go out here all rogue and do your own thing. If NSA is telling you they want your legal name, the type of organization, telephone number, make sure you put what they ask you to put on that transmittal letter. They want an abstract that's concise, 200, 300 words of what you propose to do. They want a project description, your management approach, the personnel that will be providing the work, any type of facilities, equipment, and support, your proposed costs. So this is like your letter of interest, right? This is your proposal to NSA, and it's telling you step by step what they need, the security, the current projects that you're working on, special matters, like anything, special that you need to add, the proposed length of your project. If it's a joint proposal, maybe you're going in this with a partner, you need to talk about that, any type of revisions, evaluation procedures. So they're telling you everything that they want for you to submit an unsolicited proposal to the National Security Agency. You see, you don't see this in SAM.gov. This is your unsolicited proposal for the National Security Agency. So, and all of the agencies have these opportunities. So make sure that you're looking out there for these opportunities. Now, I want to highlight Joint Base Andrews, Naval Air Facility, Washington. This facility is on point. They want you to do business at Joint Base Andrews, Naval Air Facility, Washington. I'm going to click on the link to see if it goes to their procurement page. So you click on the link, and that's, again, you can find the Maryland Contract Procurement Guide using the Linktree button that I provided. So the Linktree link that I provided, you can access the Maryland Procurement Guide and get all this information that I'm talking about tonight, all the POCs. So Joint Base Andrews, you can see the different units that they have, 316th, 89th, 113th. If you want to provide the support to these specific units, Let's see if they have their procurement link, if it's easy. So you see from Joint Base Andrews website, you see where it says small business. Well, first resources, right? And then click on small business. They have business summits. You want to show up to their business summits. You want to do business with Andrews, visit their business summits, right? Show up. They have upcoming events. So if you want to do business with Joint Base Andrews, go on to their upcoming events. They had a virtual forum and conference call February 8th. They had an agenda where they did the welcome by the 316th wing. They provided information about the Veteran Institute for Procurement. So veterans, that's an opportunity for you. They also provided information on how to do business with Joint Base Andrews, and they had small business networking. These are the type of opportunities that you want to attend. Their next Small Business Summit will be June 13th, 2024. Save the date. Make sure you go to their website, bookmark, because again, if you want those opportunities, you need to go on, show up, right? So you can establish those partnerships and those connections. So if you want to do business with Joint Base Andrews Small Business Office, you need to show up. You need to be present at the Small Business Summit held by the 316th Wing on the 13th of June, 2024. So you see how easy that is? Just show up. They will introduce you to the different procurement officials. They'll talk to you about different opportunities. You'll get to connect with other businesses interested, right? So potential partnerships. This is how you win government contracts. So it is not the traditional just looking at sam.gov or the other procurement websites. You need to show up to Joint Base Andrews Small Business Day. You need to submit your unsolicited proposals to the National Security Agency and other procurement officials, and you can contact them at any time. So Joint Base Andrews also has POCs, for the small businesses that you can call, contact, communicate with. So again, they also have like additional sites of interest if you want to do business, right? So these are some of their partners, some of their friends: the Air Force District Washington Headquarters Small Business Office, the Air Force Small Business Office, DLA Small Business Office. So they're telling you how to connect with their friends, right? How to connect with other resources, because again, the whole purpose is to help, to partner, and to support you. So I'm gonna go and bookmark this so I can remember. Joint Base Andrews Small Business Procurement, or sorry, 316th Wing Annual Small Business Summit, the 13th of June, 2024. You need to be there so you can get those contracts. So I want all of you there. And just for reference, they are really good with opportunities, providing support, helping you to get in the door, wanting to connect you. They have the capacity for 300 people. Can you imagine 300 business owners in a building trying to procure contracts and trying to connect? It could be contracts for anything from aircraft maintenance, education, administrative, IT. So show up so you can understand the opportunities and so you can network your way into the door to win that contract. You also have in our area, Maryland has a lot going on. Did you know that Maryland had all these installations and all these opportunities? So Maryland has the Naval Air Station, Patuxent River. I hope I said that right. NAS PAX River Small Business. Again, they have the POC. Going back to Joint Base Andrews, I will tell you, go on and contact Teresa Clark. She's the Director of Small Business Programs. Ask to get on their distro. So for all of these procurement officials, you want to get on their distro so you understand and so you know about any small business networking opportunities or meet and greets that they have. Plus, they also will once they have your capability statement. That's why you need to email them your capability statement. If they have an opportunity for you, they'll reach out and say, we have this opportunity for a sole source contract. So that is how you can get a sole source contract today. So make sure you contact Teresa. Andrews is great. Also, the Naval Air Station, Patuxent River. Go on and contact Dorothea Holly. You have her phone, her email. It's all right here. So go to my link tree, click on the Maryland contracting link, and you'll have all this information, all these POCs. Oh, Bethesda, right? Naval support activity, Bethesda. Lots of opportunities. Let me go on and click on. So you see Department of Research programs for Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, Bethesda. If you want opportunities there, go on, click on that link. You have the POC, so you can call them up tomorrow, call the number. Let's see what opportunities they have. See, sometimes those links are not secure. So, you want to make sure, trust but verify. If a link doesn't work, right, just type Walter Reed National Military Medical Center procurement. So you can just do a Google search for Walter Reed procurement so you can see the opportunities. Plus, you have the phone number right there. Call the number and ask about different opportunities. You got the U.S. Coast Guard, United States Naval Academy, the Navy Office of Small Business. Let's see if it works. Going into the Navy, you have the different organizations. So every website, you're going to have different links, and you may have to dig a little bit. But if I wanted to find procurement opportunities for the Navy, you go on down to the Office of Small Business. You see that organization's Office of Small Business. You see the message from the director. Let's see what she got to say. As we continue to steer the Department of Navy's small business program towards new horizons of opportunity and collaboration. See, they want to provide the opportunities and collaborations for you. Our focus remains steadfast on empowering small businesses. They want to empower small businesses just like you with unparalleled access to people, resources, and contracts. They are telling you they want to connect. So I trust but verify what I am telling you. I want you to contact these procurement officials, get on their list, and connect and get those contracts. So they're telling you long range acquisition estimate, mentor protege program for small businesses that are eligible for that. The 8 steps to becoming procurement ready. If you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. And I have that checklist. GraysConsultingGroup.com. Go to my website, www.GraysConsultingGroup.com. I have the procurement checklist so you can go step by step, right? And get ready so you can show up and submit and get these contracts. They also have buying activities. You see like the small business resources for you. They're right here. But let's look at their buying activities. It says, please click the logo for more information on each buying activity. So you see under the U.S. Department of Navy, or most people just say Navy, but if you want to be technical, U.S. Department of Navy, they have installations and logistics, the Marine Corps Systems Command, Naval Air Systems Command, Military SEALIP, all these different commands. Look at all these opportunities that you have. So also the Navy Supply Systems Command, NAVSUP, Strategic Systems Program. So all of these are opportunities. Let's go to Naval Supply Systems Command. You see right here, if you want to do business with the Naval Supply Systems Command, You talk to Mr. Chris. He's the small business director. The email is right there for you. The website is right there for you. It's telling you how much money. Look how much money. So for fiscal year 23, engineering services, so NAICS code 541330, they spent $521.5 million. Facility support services, NAICS code 561210, they spent $126.3 million. Computer related services, NAICS code 541519, they spent 128.9 million. In administrative management and general management consulting, they spent 94.5 million. So why shouldn't you get access, right, to those millions and millions of dollars of contracts? You can look at their strategic plan. It says coming soon, right? They're working on it. Maybe they need a contract to help them write that strategic plan. So if you're into policies or writing, I would contact them and say, I can help you to develop your strategic plan for, most likely it might be the next 10 years that they're projecting out for. So you can see what opportunities they may have. So you know essentially some of their weaknesses, right? And you can contact Chris directly, tell him you want to get on their distro list, and ask for a meeting, right? Send your capabilities statement, ask Chris for a meeting, and say, Chris, can we meet for 30 minutes so I can talk about my business, what I can do for you, and possibly work your way into that sole source contract. That is how easy it is. You still got to do the work, right? You got to do the legwork, but I am giving you the formula to network your way into a sole source contract. Okay. So you see all the different opportunities. This list is available. You see the Department of Homeland Security. Let's get into FEMA. FEMA is a great one. If you're into like courier services, emergency medical supply, any type of emergency support or services, make sure you sign up for FEMA. Get on their distro list. So go ahead. You see Robert Keegan, he's the small business specialist. Send them an email, send them your capability statement, ask him to put you on a distro list, and also ask to meet with him. But FEMA's a great opportunity. They always have procurement opportunities. So I'm going to click on it. Hopefully it works. You can see FEMA's strategic plan. Why is the strategic plan important? Because it tells you what's coming, right, for the agency, some of their goals, some of their objectives. You can see some of their pain points. And as a contractor, you can say, well, how can I help to respond? How can I help solve some of these pain points? That's why you want to read their strategic plan. But again, I told you every site has something different, right? If you're looking for FEMA grants, you can go on right there, see what they have going on, right? If you're looking for to work with them, see right here. So click on work with us, businesses and organizations doing business with FEMA, right there. Let's click on it. It tells you what it does. FEMA responds to disasters. Our goal is to contract. Their goal is to contract with local businesses in the affected area whenever practical and feasible. So if you're in an area where you're having natural disasters, there probably is a contract opportunity for you. So right now they're providing support to Hawaii wildfires. You can talk to your local PTAC center, or again, now this is called Apex. So they're telling you, like they're giving you the formula to get help, to get free help from the Apex centers to help you with making sure that you're set up for contracts. They're telling you to register for SAM.gov. So that's on the checklist that I provide. So go on to graceconsultinggroup.com, get your checklist, right? Get ready. You want to understand FEMA's mission and goals. That's important if you're trying to do business with an agency. You want to know about the agency. What's their mission? What's their priorities? What's their vision? And what problem are you going to solve for that agency? So you do want to be prepared when you go in for your pitch. Now, it's telling you the top 10, the top commodities procured for disasters. So if you are a business, maybe you can supply these services. So let's talk about it. So for FEMA, they need infant and toddler products. You can go on, source those products, buy those products, and sell them to the government. So you can be a government supplier. Durable medical equipment kits. You can source those medical equipment kits, sell them to the government, right? Go on, sell them to FEMA. Consumable medical supply kits, plastic sheeting, tarps, blankets. Who can't buy and acquire blankets? So if you have a little money, right, do your budget, see how much FEMA might need. That's why you need to make sure that you contact FEMA, right? Get on their distro list, have a relationship, meet with them so you can understand what they need and see if you can supply it, right? Who can't supply water? Go on, find a big supplier for water and provide it, sell it right back to FEMA. Mills. So again, these won't necessarily be catered meals, but mills, right? Large scale. But wait a minute, let me go backwards because we do have caterers that have supplied like large scale meals, right, to people in emergency situations. So again, you could be a supplier. Forklift rentals, right? Because they got to be able to take those supplies from point A to point B. Cargo vans, security guard services, right? You got to protect the assets, protect the people. Generators, cots, lease copiers, lease generators, office supplies, shredded bins. These are the type of things, janitorial services, temporary labor. These are the type of things that FEMA is looking for. So if you're able to provide that service to the government, go on and sign up for FEMA. Contact the liaison officer, contact the POC, get on their distro list, no matter where you are in the world. So this is not just Maryland specific, this is worldwide for FEMA. You could be a supplier to the government for emergency services. Go on and go on and register for FEMA to be in their portal, to be on their distro list, and see if you can get a sole source contract to provide these emergency services or supplies to FEMA. Now, they do say they provide their contract opportunities on sam.gov, but what did I tell you, right? Sometimes you don't know what you don't know because contracts under 25,000 may not be on sam.gov, right? It might be something small where they have to buy like a certain amount of blankets or baby products. Maybe that's a $10,000 contract. So that's why you have to have the relationships and talk to their procurement official, right? The one that's listed in the Maryland contract guide and also on the FEMA procurement website, and you can get the details, right? You can get the sole source contract. You can make that connection because they know that you're a reliable vendor that can provide that service. Um, FEMA provides resources to assist small businesses to help you do procurements with their organization. They also provide procurement opportunities for transportation programs. So again, if you provide transportation, debris removal, transitional shelter assistance, a couple of you provide like hotels, motels, all of this is contract opportunities for FEMA. Um, Advanced contracts, again, they're competed for and awarded. So they have some sole source, and then they also have the National Minority Supplier Development Council. Information about that. You can join that if you fit into that category. You can submit your capabilities statement right here, right? They have a vendor profile that you can create for FEMA so they can see you because they constantly need procurement contracts and opportunities. So again, sign up. That's what you have to do. You want to know the formula, how you get the contracts. You have to do the work. Go to these government agency websites, sign up for their portals, sign up for their information, connect with their procurement officials. The IRS, right? What's happening right now? Tax season, right? So the IRS is another great one. NASA is amazing. I want to point out NASA has an amazing small business program. You can find them on Facebook right now. Go to the NASA page. They're doing information sessions on Eventbrite. They're doing it via Zoom. They also do it live on their Facebook page. They tell you how to do business with NASA. Um, how to seek out procurement opportunities. You have the POCs here, right, in the guide. So you can contact their procurement officials, ask to get on those distro lists, call them up, ask for a meeting. But they're out here, right? They're in these streets providing outreach, trying to get organizations like you and trying to help you get procurement opportunities with them. So hopefully you all can see the page. So you see their website, right? NASA Office of Procurement, their vision, all their principles. Let's see. Let's see with the quick links. Let me try the Be Ready portal. Not sure, but let me see if that's the portal. Uh-oh. See what I tell you about these sites that just don't work sometimes. So let me see. Okay. So you should be able to see this. This is the Office of Procurement. Um, again, they have information. How can they help you, right? So if you want to know who to contact, how they can help you, they have all the POCs right there, right? The names, their emails, their phone numbers. Also, you have the different certifications, their contract administration, RFP and evaluation information. So all of their information is located right here on their website, the Office of Procurement for NASA. They also have a Facebook page. They are out here. They want to provide like that outreach and help and support for you and your small business. And as you can see, Veteran Affairs, that's a big one that everybody wants to do business with the VA, right? For Veteran Affairs, they have their Office of Procurement. You see their POC. So for the VA, they have lots of small business events. Go ahead, contact their POCs, get on their distro list, attend their small business workshops because, again, they want to help you do business with the VA. So if you can provide a service to the VA, go ahead, sign up, get connected, get that contract because they're telling you how to do business with them. So they do everything. So individual offices, facilities, and organizations. What do they buy? Pharmaceuticals and medical surgical supplies, perishable substance, equipment, supplies, and material, maintenance and repair of medical and scientific equipment, building and construction, maintenance, repair, prosthetic and orthopedic aids, medical gases. They have, local procurement offices that you can connect with, get information from. They give opportunities for small businesses. They're giving the information for the small business programs. They have a Vets First verification program. So if you're a veteran-owned business, go ahead, sign up, make sure you get verified, right? So you're first in the queue. And they also have the national cemeteries. They have the VA hospitals and clinics. So if you can provide any of those services, the VA is the place for you. They post their contracts on sam.gov, but also for those sole source contracts, sometimes the relationships matter. So remember, go onto this list. So tonight I provided you the Maryland contract guide. You can access it via my link tree. So go ahead, download the Maryland Government Contracting Guide, and you have all the POCs and information. But I want to give you the broad picture, right? Where you can find all this information that's publicly available. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to show you acquisitions.gov. So acquisition.gov lists all of the procurement offices and agencies. So if you ever in doubt, from sam.gov, you scroll all the way down, click on acquisition.gov, or you can just search for acquisition.gov. And I'll also, let me put this in the chat as well so you can access it. So acquisition.gov lists all of the federal procurement offices and agencies. So all you have to do now, this will take time and some of your effort, but you can go to each of the agency homes. So if you want to see the forecast, like what the agency is spending money on, you go to the right column, which is agency procurement forecast. If you want to see the agency information, you go to the left hand column and then you go to the agency's procurement office. So let's say I'll go to the Social Security Administration. So see right here, this is like their main website. So let's see. For this one, I think if I go to let's see. This one might not be a good one. Hold on. Let me go to another office. So the Office of Procurement, let's see. Oh, they're not gonna make it easy. So I need to make sure I give y'all a helper guide, right? So let me reshare. So when you click on OPM, so if you click on the OPM link, right, you have to dig a little deep. So you go to About Us, and then you scroll down to Doing Business with OPM. So then you would go to Contracting Opportunities. Now, an easy way, if you just want to search, like if you have time, you can Google like procurement opportunities at the specific agency. You can use the Maryland contract guide, right? You got the POCs, you have the information, you have the links. But for example, for the large scale, you can go to acquisition.gov and again get the procurement forecast plus the contact information for the government agencies. I'll also be providing a list. So anybody that signs up for my newsletter, I'll be providing an overall federal government list. So an all-in-one federal government list for you. So make sure you sign up for my newsletter so I can provide you that list because I want all of you to win. So you can sign up for my newsletter by going to graceconsultinggroup.com. The link is in the chat. I'll put it again in the chat. So that way you can have your one-stop shop. So at graceconsultinggroup.com, I have the capability statement template. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can sign up for our previous summits where I gave like a huge overview of government contracting. Also, you can get information. So make sure when you sign up for the newsletter, make sure you read the newsletter because I am going to be providing like that all-inclusive list of every federal agency procurement office POCs. So you have that one-stop shop to be able to connect with the procurement officials to get those sole source contracts. Now, last but not least, if you want to book with me, right? You're like, Ebony, I am ready. I need to get on these contracts and you want to book a consultation so we can establish your individual plan to get these government contracts. Like maybe you're stumped, maybe you need help, right? Like you're like, Ebony, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. I need help, right? I need help getting these contracts. You can sign up for a one-on-one consultation with me. So let me go ahead. I will provide you the link. So let me provide you the link so you can book your one-on-one government contracting session with me. So 1 second. So here's my link. If you want to book, this will be a 60-minute one-on-one government contract strategy session where we go step by step. We look at where you are for business. So whether you're just getting started, need to register for SAM.gov, you need to create your capability statement, or if you need to develop a strategic plan to actually get in the door, get that sole source contract, we will sit down, develop a personalized strategy just for you. So if you're ready for that step, go on and book me, right? My Calendly link is right here. So if you want to book me, I am putting it in all of the chats. So you can book me today for that one-on-one session because this is about you, right? I want you to have access to the multi-billion dollars of government contract and procurement funds. So if you are ready, if you want to book with me one-on-one, please go ahead, use that link. I just provided the link and I provided all the links that I used tonight in the chat. So you have my booking link to book that 60-minute government contract strategy session. You have acquisition.gov if you want to go ahead and look at contract procurement forecast. You also have Grace Consulting Group if you want to go ahead and sign up for our mailing list so you can get access to all the goodies. And also, I provided the link so you can get the Maryland contract guide. So I hope this was helpful to you tonight. Tonight was all about teaching you how to network, to get in the door, to procure those contracts, to win those sole source contracts. Again, don't forget to book me, right? One-on-one when you're ready to develop that strategy session. I'll be here every Money Monday. I can't speak tonight. Money Mondays, right? Money Mondays is all about government contract success. I am Dr. Ebony Gray. So my link is in the chat. You can connect with me at Dr. Ebony Gray all over social media. Thank you so much for your time. And for those that are watching it later, thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember to book that one-on-one session with me so we can get you started the right way to win those government contracts. Good night.